Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you two different ways that you can actually take an image and insert it inside of a shape so that it doesn't look like you just place the image on top of the shape. So I'm going to show you first in PowerPoint, and then I'm going to show you in Cricut Design Space. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a shape. So I go to my menu, select Insert, Shape, and I'm going to choose this heart since Valentine's Day is coming. And then I just right click and drag. So when you click on a shape, you have to right click and drag, because if I just do insert shape and select the heart, nothing's going to be there until you see the little plus sign on the screen, until I left click my mouse and drag it. Okay, that's how you get the shape to display. All right, so if I have an image, this is normally what I see a lot of new users do. So I'm going to insert a picture. So give me 1 second here. And I actually want to use 2 pictures. So I'm going to use that one and this one. Kind of size them together here. All right, so normally what I see people do when they're new to crafting and unsure about how to get more into the graphic design, I would see people do this. And not that you can't do this, but it looks like what it is, you just laid the image on top of the heart, okay? So to make it look a little bit nicer and intentional, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna group these two together. So I'm gonna put them side by side. Then I'm just going to click it, left click, and then right click and say group. And that's going to put them together so that I can move them around the screen together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to right click after I select it. I'm going to right click and copy. And then I'm going to go back to the heart. And I'm going to go over here to Format Shape. And I'm going to select this little bucket here. And then I'm going to choose Picture or Texture Fill. When I select that, I'm going to select this option for Clipboard. And you see how it puts the hearts inside of the images inside the heart, okay? So that beats out you having to do, when you look at it, I would be more willing in 1 second here. I would be more willing to pay someone to do this over this, okay? So that's one way that you can fill a shape inside PowerPoint and make it look intentional, more graphic design than just laying your images on top of the shape, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to save it as a picture. And I'm just going to put it on my desktop here and say test. All right. If I can learn how to spell. All right, so I'm just going to save that there after I've grouped the two of them together. And this time I'm going to bring up Cricut Design Space. So give me 1 second here. I actually have not been in Cricut Design Space, so it had shut down on my computer over here. So I'm going to have to reopen it. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to reopen my Cricut Design Space. Cricut Design Space is a hot mess sometimes. All right. So I'm going to bring my Cricut over so you can see the Cricut screen here in just a moment. All right, almost there. I apologize for that. Normally I would already have my applications open, but did not realize that Cricut Design Space had closed. All right, that was really dumb, Cricut. All right, it's starting on my other monitor. I'll bring it up in just a second here. There we go. All right, so if you're in Cricut Design Space, and I'm just going to select New Project, and then I'm going to insert the shape of a heart so that I can mimic what I was doing in PowerPoint. So I can see that Cricut is slow today. I'm just going to open this up like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the image that I just saved to my computer, but I'm going to upload it as a pattern. So I'm going to go on the right-hand side and select Upload Pattern, Browse, and I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to locate the image that I saved out there. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this under miscellaneous and in my little orange miscellaneous color for my folder. So this is basically just saving the pattern's name. I'm going to leave it as Test Heart Pictures. And then I put it in a category or theme that I can remember to go back to. And then you can assign a color to whatever the themes are to make it easier for you to locate your patterns. And then I'm just going to click on Save. All right, so now I'm going to cancel and I'm going to go back to my desktop to where the heart is. And this time I'm going to select this print option here up under fill. And when I select print, I'm going to click on the black for the coloring. And I'm going to change the print type from color to pattern. And you're going to see the pattern that I just uploaded among some other ones that I've uploaded before, and then some that are automatically patterns that belong to Cricut. So I'm going to select the pattern, and there you have it. So you can do this inside of Microsoft PowerPoint, or you can do it in Cricut Design Space. So let me bring my PowerPoint back over here. So you can do it in Microsoft PowerPoint, or you can do it in Cricut Design Space. One of the things I like about PowerPoint is that you have the ability to actually add a border. So if I wanted to put some coloring on the bottom here, let's say I wanted to put a thick red heart or red border around it. You see how it has the red now? And then I can go in and I can thicken up the weight of that line like that. So it looks more, even more, much more nicer than the image here, okay? However, in Cricut Design Space, you're not gonna get that luxury to just add the coloring like that. You could go in and add another shape and then just click that shape and change the shape. Go ahead and put that on print and change that to a red color. And then you could send this to the back and you get a little bit of your border there. And then you could come down and attach after you group them both together. So this would then become your print and cut. So that's one way that you can do it, guys. And then of course there's the Microsoft PowerPoint. So if you have PowerPoint, you be the judge on whether you would prefer to use Microsoft PowerPoint or would you prefer to use Cricut Design Space. I've now shown you both ways of how you can do that to accomplish this goal of inserting pictures without just laying the picture on top of the actual shape, okay? So if you have any questions about this process and what I've shown you here, then please feel free to reach out. I'm more than glad to assist you. Just remember that when you're in Cricut Design Space, if you don't, I'm going to ungroup this for just a second or unflatten it for just a second. But if you don't like the placement, you know, you can always play with your patterns inside Cricut Design Space. I could go back here and then I could click on Edit Pattern. And I could play with this, you know, by moving it up, moving it down. You know, I could make it several hearts or several images inside like that. So you have some additional abilities within Cricut Design Space using that edit functionality when you're working with patterns. But I just wanted to show you how you could go in and put an image inside of a shape without just sitting the images on top of the shape, okay? And then if you choose not to use that or you want to change the coloring on that, then you can do so. But just make sure that you do go in and you do attach, because if you don't, you're going to end up with, you know, the hearts cutting out. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. I'll be more than willing to help you. And as always, guys, thank you so much for being in my Facebook group, Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And also thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel for those of you that are subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed and you're seeing my tutorials for the first time, then please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials to YouTube. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. As always, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. Have a great day, guys.